Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Monday, March 10th, 2025. The Bulls are sick right now. They are not looking too healthy, and everyone. I know a lot of people are blaming it on the tariffs, and that might be it, but really what's going on is a reevaluation of this market because we had seven stocks that basically brought this market up 80% of where it was. And as I've been saying with fund managers and stuff and money managers, when you're looking at a company with a PE of 400, you cannot have that in your portfolio or the amount or the size amount that you have. So they have to start unloading it, and when they unload it, those seven stocks that took it up are the seven stocks that are taking it down. So this is what's going on. Yes, the tariffs are not helping at all. I think Trump has to reevaluate this whole way that he's doing it, or at least loosening it up a little bit, because there's a lot of there's anxiety in this market right now. But in any case, I had kind of made a stupid mistake today. We took a hit, and it was a mental error. It wasn't even a trading error, meaning that I made one trade that I showed the room. It was a calendar trade that worked out fine. With it basically they wash each other out, and what you want is the way that the trade works. Hang on one second, I'll show you. So basically, what it is you buy the March 11th calls. You buy four of them, and you sell two of, and these are way out of the money calls. These are in the money calls, and they basically just watch each other out. There's not much that goes on, but the way that this trade works, the reason why I like it is, if we start going all the way down to where we did, these, I sold them for $59.40 or $29, and I bought them back for $4. These held the value because they still have one more day, and then all I basically did was when I bought these back, I just wrote the 57.10s. So this trade is basically free for me. It's if we see a massive move up tomorrow, yeah, it can make a few $1,000s, but it's a risk free. I was hoping that this was going to, we were going to go down, and then I was going to be able to close these, and then we close up where it was only like 50 points out of the money, which on days after you see big days like this, making that up is not it's not that hard. But anyway, that was the trade that I had on, and it worked fine. Where things went bad was I when we were hanging out right around that 56.87, we were down 95 points. What I basically did was wrote the 56.05 calls and puts, and bought the 55.90, and I put my stop in place on it, saying if price gets below the 56.20, that's going to just automatically stop it out and sell the position. Now my problem was that I put in I forgot to switch it over to a market order. So when it triggered it, it was trying to get the price that was way above it on it, and it ended up that I ended up getting caught on it, and I was treading water trying to figure out what to do on this one. And we did take a hit, but like I said, this was more of a mental error than it was a trading error, because we should have really just ended the day maybe down 1,500. I mean, the day started off wrong with me holding on to the SPY call positions when I was up 1,600. I had to sell those for a $700 loss because the big gap down, and then when I wrote that, the put spread, the credit spread, and put in the wrong stop loss, it ended up, I took a hit on it today. Like I said, it was a mental error, but that was it. So I'll make that up tomorrow, no doubt. But anyway, so I was anticipating that we were going to find buyers at this 56.35 area, maybe even a little bit low just to scare the people. But we came down, and they came close to touching the 23% retracement, and then they did rally up some. But I was not anticipating that we were going to make it down this low, because this was really heavy support, and we're talking about going all the way back to July 2024, and I thought that we were going to see the Bulls really step in and try to push it up, but Once we got below it, we saw the VIX shoot above 26, some of the highest levels we've seen since the COVID crash. Not COVID crash was a lot higher, obviously, but I'm saying that say the COVID crash, and then this was the next previous highest level. So there was a complete panic in the market, and I actually found myself like a little like, what's going on right now? Are we having a crash or not? And it ends up that it was not a great day, but we got a little bit of a rally towards the end of the day. And let's just take a look at some of the shorter term charts here. So I mean, we're down a ton from the highs that we made in just February, not even a month ago. Let me just make sure I'm on the right page here. Yeah, so these were the highs. That was February 19th. So it's 3 weeks ago. We're looking at a drop of almost 10%. Now, I know the NASDAQ has already done that. And one of the things that I've been saying for quite some time is I do believe that 2025 is going to be a very, very difficult trading environment for anybody who's just looking to buy and hold, because they're reevaluating these, this magnificent seven stocks, and when they're reevaluating them, meaning that they're right now some of them are running with a PE of like 250. And they're saying we're not going to buy those back until, say, it's at 120, which is still high. That stock's going to come down like they are right now. And being that they're the ones that brought the market up, they're bringing the market down. So it's going to be a very, very volatile year. There's no doubt about that. And right now, we have bullish divergences on the 60-minute charts. We have bullish divergences on the 15-minute charts. And we even had bullish divergences on the 5-minute chart. So the fact that this just trended straight down without really any kind of bounce at all, it caught me by surprise. There's no doubt. I'm usually been pretty good with anticipating when they're going to try to do some type of head fake here and there, but this one got me because I was anticipating that we were going to get some kind of bounce, and it just never came. And the the positions that I have that I had in place just were not working besides the calendar spread, and that's it. So if the bulls are going to head higher here, really the best way to measure this would be because I still don't believe that these lows are in place yet. So this is just an ABC move, is looking for a move to come somewhere back up into the 56.68 level. But now we're starting to see these gaps that are ahead here, and these could be some of our targets down the road. So this is 57.63 gap. We have a gap here at 58.39, and I think that's it right now. So those would be really the targets that I'd be looking at once the bulls do find their footing. It would be anywhere from here up to, say, this level here. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So these would be the upside targets right now. It's like I said, it's just that there's a lot of anxiety in this market right now. But these would be the upside targets if we come down. Now this is where things get a little dicey, because we have if they take out these lows here at the 55.28 level. Really, the next support level we're looking at is coming all the way down to the 5,300. So it's, I think you really want to take this day by day. I got smacked in the face. I do think we're going to get a bounce. Nothing goes straight up and down. We are now on week 1, 2, 3, 4. So typically, the most you're going to get is 6 weeks out of a move in either direction. Sometimes you get these extended, but these are massive, massive channels. And I do believe we're going to get a retrace. And, from there, at least we'll be able to, let the dust settle and say, okay, are we going to try a little bit higher, or are we going to come down and take these lows? But I still think that the downside targets before everything is said and done is going to be anywhere from the this 5,300 down to the 5150 level, and it's just really a normal retracement. It's not anything that's that's crazy. But everybody that was saying that, you have to just, the hard trade right now is not being long. You don't really see them coming out right now. Once we get that big bounce, I think they're going to be, shoving their mugs on TV saying, if you didn't buy the low, you missed this move. And, they're not. They're panicking just as much as everybody else right now. So it just, let's look over some short term. I'm just saying on the downside, 55.28 is really the next pivot we got to watch, and then from there we do have some support at the 54.20, but I mean that's a lot of points above that. So let's take a look. I'm even going to go to a 5-minute. So the bulls obviously have to get above the 56.39. If they do, then we should see a move up to this 56.71 level. Really, this is going to be the important resistance they need to get through, 57.83. This is Friday's highs. Now, we also have this bullish, say, wolf wave, I call it. I read this from somewhere. I got this. But basically what it is, we have 1, 2, here's the third touch, fourth, and then the fifth allows it to break. And this would be the upside target. So, again, it's looking up at these levels. Obviously, it's tough to say with 100% certainty in this market whether it's going to play out or not. But if we do get a bounce, that would be kind of the upside target on it. And on the downside, I showed you it's a 55.28 level. For the fund, this sucks, but we did take a $10,000 hit today. It was, like I said, it was a mental error. I don't really let anything get to that level at all, because usually they're market neutral. And the way that I had this set up, it really would have been a market neutral trade, because if it would have kept going down, we would have got stopped out. But our position that we sold on the call side would have made up for that. And this just it was a stupid mistake. We're still up pretty good on the year. We're up $68,000. So this was it. It was a mental error. I take 100% responsibility for it. It was stupid, and I promise you I'll never make that mistake again. But I am anticipating that we are going to get some kind of bounce. But right now, I'm just going to trade whatever's in front of me. I'm not going to really go in with any kind of anticipation that we're going to get these big bounces, because today I really thought they were going to put the, try to squash the bears and force the price up. But in fact, we saw the exact opposite happen. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.